All right, so now for this one, we have x over 1 plus 4x over x minus 3, and then equals 12 over x minus 3. So our lowest common multiple is, we're going to look for the prime factorization. 1 has a factor of 1, that's it, and x minus 3 is already prime. So our lowest common multiple is 1 times x minus 3, or just x minus 3. Well, this has x minus 3, this has x minus 3, this one does not. So I'm going to multiply the top and bottom by x minus 3. Now, to save myself a little bit of time, I know that when I'm done with all this, my common denominator will be x minus 3. And then I know I'm going to multiply every term by x minus 3, so the denominator cancels. So I'm only going to focus on the numerator. So I'm going to distribute this through. X times x is x squared. X times negative 3 is negative 3x. Then I have this plus 4x. Oh, it's 3x. And then plus 4x is equal to 12. And I'm not even going to bother writing down the denominator. Why? Because it's a common denominator, and then I'm going to multiply everything by the common denominator, so it'll cancel. And the only thing I'll have remaining is the numerator. Okay? So now I'm going to combine like terms again, and I get x squared plus 1x is equal to 12. If I move the 12 over to the other side, I get x squared plus x minus 12 is equal to 0. Here, I'm going to solve or factor using the guess and check method. So to get x squared, there's only one way to do it, x times x. To get negative 12, I'm thinking, remember, those two terms have to add up to this term. Now, 2 and 6 give me 12. 1 and 12 give me 12 if I multiply them, but when I add them up, I'm not going to get a positive 1. So 4 and 3 are 1 unit away from each other. So I'm going to guess a 4 should go here, a 3 should go here. Now, one of these has to be negative, and so if I want to end up with a positive x, then my 4 needs to be positive and 3 needs to be negative. So what I just did is I figured out that x squared plus x minus 12 is factorable into x minus 3 times x plus 4, and I set that equal to 0. Now the only way to get 0 is 0 times 0, so x minus 3 should equal 0, and x plus 4 should equal 0, or x equals 3 and x equals negative 4.
That extreme solution is, man.
Well, I'm not done yet. If you give me 5 seconds to finish, take a breath. But I'm glad you said it. You should think that quickly. These are our solutions, but what do we got to do at the end of every one of these problems? Plug them back in. So by looking at this, way up here, our common denominator was x minus 3, or one of the factors. And so this can't equal, in other words, x minus 3 cannot equal 0, or x cannot equal 3. Now negative 4 doesn't matter, but this is a no-go. Then this is the actual solution. Any questions?